I was just speaking to them. I was just speaking to the ones in the crowd, and and stuff like that. It was never meant to be a broader message. And I'm always reminded about, go back to faith. God, the Bible says, "Look, don't worry about the words that come out of your mouth, right? I'll give them to you." So my
Mhm.
words were just meant for obviously the people I was talking to. It was him that put it in on other people's heart and had a greater impact. So that was never the intent. I think it's awesome because again, I think we're in a place where so many people look at themselves as I, and don't realize that no matter what profession you're in, where you're at in life, it takes a village. And in that moment, I just wanted to express my gratitude. What my true vision of what my legacy is and what my story is revolves around my family.
Mm. And Jared, when you look forward and you have so many players and people that are looking up to you now more than ever, what do you want? What do you want that one message or that one thing to be that people remember and take away?
Authenticity. I mean, I think at the end of
Mm,
the day, that's what it's all about, right? You got to be you. You have to be whatever
yeah,
your authentic self. And again, a world of filters and nonsense.
yeah,
It's where everybody's trying to say the right thing, be politically correct, all that nonsense. At the end of the day, for me, I
yeah.
played football. I think that's why I resonate with the fans. I played football because I love football, and I just wanted the respect of my peers and the respect of those who came before me. And so for me, when people ask, what was my greatest things, I was authentic. I was authentic to myself, authentic to the game. You know, you sit up there, you got to own your flaws, you got to own your great moments, all the whole thing. So for me, that's what I hope people take away is that when they saw me play ball, that they just saw me, and that's how I live my life
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So. And I think that's the greatest gift I could give people when they spend their money to come watch you play a game for a living. You might as well have fun and be your true self out there.
Amen to that.
All right, last thing for Jared Allen, Pro Football Hall of Famer. Take us behind the scenes in Canton. What's one thing, one moment, one person you met, just something that happened when you were there getting inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame that made you go, wow, I cannot believe that this is happening right now?
Well, two things. One, everybody saw I split my pants, so that was super wow.
Yeah,
That happened.
unfortunately.
Yeah, that happened.
A little
Man,
wardrobe malfunction.
got caught up in the moment and realized those suit pants don't stretch like football pants. That's
Nope.
learn that lesson, kids. There you go. But I got to meet. I got to meet Mean Joe Green. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
to me and Richard Dent and stuff like that, man. I mean, to sit there and Mel Blunt. I mean, the list goes on and on. But when Mean Joe Green came down and I got to shake his hand and talk to him in the lobby at the hotel and just sit there and be like, man, this is Mean Joe Green. And now we're looking at each other as if we're peers. Like, we're on the same team is the common theme everybody says, right? You're on the same team now. For me, that was one of those, this is super cool because as a defensive player, as a defensive end, I mean, Mean Joe Green is the standard of just absolute violence and destruction. So that was a very cool moment for me.
I'm sure it was. Incredible stuff. Jared Allen, Pro Football Hall of Famer. Jared, it was wonderful speaking with you. Thank you so much for getting up early and taking the time with us. We appreciate it.
My
Thank
pleasure.
You,
You guys have a great day. Thanks for having
You
me.
too.
Oh,
That's
man.
awesome. I can't even imagine what that would feel like to have someone that you've
cool.
looked up to that is the standard in your
Yeah.
craft. And now, as Jared Allen said, you're sitting there eye to eye with them as your peer. You're on the same team as someone that you have looked up to for so long.
I would not have been able to speak if I was
Yeah.
in that situation, meeting someone that meant that much to you. Now you're in the same building.
Yeah.
You're in the same Hall of Immortals.
The
Yes.
gasp.
Yeah, the gas. Yes, the gas. No doubt about that. That would have been me.
Yeah.
No doubt.
No doubt. Freddie Coleman, Victoria Arlen, and Michelle Smallman. It's on Sportsmanlike here on ESPN Radio. And coming up next are 2-a-days in the NFL. Roll along. We're going to take a look at the New Orleans Saints. So keep it here on ESPN Radio.
I'm Randy Scott today on SC Plus, streaming exclusively on Disney Plus. A no-no gone oh-no.
Ends the no-hit bid with 1 out in the 9th inning.
A showstopper for the Dodgers.
The Dodgers make a mistake.
I discover a new island, all while Gary is too busy to join us. It's me, Randy Scott, today on SC Plus.
The new DQ Reese's Caramel Craze Blizzard Treat is the perfect blend of Reese's and caramel. Soothe your sweet tooth with Reese's Peanut Butter Cups and Salted Caramel Truffles. With pure Reese's bliss in every bite, you'd be crazy not to.
Mom, look at all these great docs I found on ZocDoc. Do you have double pink eye? Dr. Cleaves makes people feel comfortable, and Dr. Barbosa is incredibly attentive. Booked it, sweetie. Gross.
You've got options. Book now.
If your roof is showing danger signs like streaks or raised shingles, it could mean trouble. And a new roof could cost $20,000, $25,000, or $30,000. Introducing RoofMax, the first professional and affordable roofing treatment that is scientifically proven to strengthen and extend the life of your roof. With RoofMax, you'll have the protection of a brand new roof and save thousands. RoofMax's skilled technicians apply a safe, effective, and affordable natural treatment. And within hours, you have a roof that performs like a new roof. RoofMax's exclusive treatment resaturates old, dried shingles with a natural, bio-friendly formula that quickly restores flexibility and water-repelling protection. Look, this is a 17-year-old asphalt shingle. It literally disintegrates. But here's an identical shingle that we treated with RoofMax's proven formula. It passed rigorous flexibility testing from The Ohio State University as a new shingle. So a RoofMax roof can also pass a home inspection if you're getting ready to sell or for insurance, saving you money. RoofMax has treated nearly 100,000 homes all across America. And just check out our website for the thousands of 5-star reviews.
I was skeptical at first with the existing condition of the roofs. We were having high winds and shingles were blowing off the roofs continually. But 5 years later, after the application, the roofs look great, and we have no issues with any shingles blowing off the roof.
Keep your family safe and happy with RoofMax. Call or go online now for a comprehensive roof assessment and tune-up. An $859 value free. Think you need a new roof? Think again. Call or go to roofmax.com.
Call 1-800-711-2844. That's 1-800-711-2844 or go to roofmax.com. Call 1-800-711-2844 now.
The FedEx Cup Playoffs on ESPN Plus. It's about this season-long race.
There's an opportunity to go out with a bang.
You got to bring it.
There's a lot at stake. Every shot matters. It's the FedEx Cup Playoffs on ESPN Plus.
This is ESPN Radio's NFL Two-A-Days. The New Orleans Saints.
I'm Catherine Terrell, covering the New Orleans Saints. The Saints quarterback race is in full swing, and so far, there are no winners yet. Rookie quarterback Tyler Shuck, second-year quarterback Spencer Rattler, and third-year quarterback Jake Haener have all tried to make their case as to why they should start in September. But this appears to be a two-man race between Rattler and Shuck. Rattler looked like he was the early leader at the beginning of camp, but Shuck had one of his best practices last Sunday when the Saints held a marathon 126-play scrimmage. This week will be pivotal for all three quarterbacks. The Saints will practice in California for 9 days, and they'll have their first preseason game against the Chargers. That game could go a long way to determining who wins the job next month.
Unsportsmanlike is brought to you by La Quinta. When you book a room at La Quinta by Wyndham, you can enjoy their free Brightside breakfast featuring delicious baked goods, fruit, egg, yogurt, and waffles. Yeah, you heard that right. Fresh, hot waffles. Tonight, La Quinta, tomorrow you shine. You can book direct at lq.com. So we were hearing that intro there about the state of the New Orleans Saints, about what we should be looking for this season, some storylines, and one Freddie Coleman, alongside Victoria Arlen, who are in for CC and Eb today, had a very visceral reaction to that. Freddie, why did you have such a response?
126 play scrimmage? Well, hold on a second. You literally had almost a game and a half as a scrimmage if you're Kellen Moore, the head coach. Your team having a scrimmage
paying attention to as well. In addition.
I like the Saints, but that I feel like when you look at the Saints and the situation, I mean, I think we're going to see one of the worst NFL teams of the season just because the fact that we have nothing to say about them.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know. It's a toss up. I mean, they could surprise us, they could not, but it's also, I just think of, we're just flushing it down the toilet because we don't know. And it's kind of sad because the Saints were once an incredible team, but right now it's just kind of it's a situation where you're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't. Yeah,
There you go. See?
It is that.
We knew you could if you could.
Wow, that is a dramatic toilet. You should probably have that looked at. But that is that's what I think about when I think of the New Orleans Saints. Like, it's just we're just kind of should we just flush the season down the toilet?
You can't flush the season down the toilet.
No, but it's like you just don't know it's a toss up.
Yeah, they have all the makings that, based on what we know and what we've seen and what we are going to hear, that they could wind up being the worst team in the NFL. Now, like you said, anything can surprise. That's been the beauty of the National Football League. They could go 2-0 after their first couple of weeks. I don't expect that, playing the Cardinals and the 49ers at home. If you're the New Orleans Saints, it's going to be about what can you prove what you have for the future. And does that future, for example, you're the worst team in the NFL, does that future include Arch Manning, the quarterback of Texas? Because if you're the worst team in the NFL and you have the worst record, there's no lottery system in the NFL.
No.
And if Arch Manning balls out at Texas, you could be in line that could be your quarterback
So
of the future.
do you want to keep that in check? And do you want that?
Well, whatever it is, if you're the Saints, this 2025 season all about what can we do to be a better football team, and not just this season, but in the future when it comes to players and putting that kind of structure you need in place in New Orleans.
Is that a good thing for Kellen Moore, that this is a season that's lacking expectations? Because, we're talking about Tyler Shuck, Spencer Rattler, or who's going to win the job. But even if one of those two does win the job, are we looking down the barrel towards Arch Manning? Which, by the way, I would love for that to happen with the New Orleans ties, with the Manning family. I just think that would be an unbelievable story. You've got some pieces, like a guy that I interviewed at the Super Bowl when I was doing something in the lead up to the game was Kool-Aid McKinstry. I've been reading a lot about him. He's really shown out in camp. Kellen Moore is saying that he's doing a phenomenal job. He's going to go into the season as the team's outside cornerback. They've got some pieces that you could be excited about, but I think holistically, when you look at the team, there aren't a lot of expectations. And is that a good thing, Freddie, for a first-time head coach in Kellen Moore to go down there and really be able to have the runway to build something in the manner in which he wants to?
There's no doubt about that, because if people aren't expecting you to have any kind of success or any kind of progress what we saw compared to last year, then you're really going to be able to make sure your message gets across. And the biggest message is no one thinks that we can get this done here. Nobody thinks that we can be a good football team here, no matter who's going to play the quarterback position. And to your point, Michelle, they do have some pieces. I think Chris Olave has all the ability to be a top-flight wide receiver in the National Football League. And they drafted Kelvin Banks Jr. to be the left tackle, whoever that quarterback of the future is going to be. So they're not devoid of total pieces, but you make a fine point in terms of with Kellen Moore. If no one's expecting you to do anything, then you can really use that us against the world mentality to really make sure that the chief lieutenants in your locker room are going to get that message across.
Well, let's look at the NFC South as a whole, because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have been sitting at the top of that division for a while now. As we spoke out with Damian Woody, I think the Bucs are so underrated. I think Baker Mayfield is underrated. I think maybe the most underrated guy in the NFL is Mike Evans. We never talk about how consistently productive he is. He's amazing. But the Bucs have been sitting atop the NFC South, and year after year, we kind of look at, okay, who's going to be the team to unseat them? Last year, we thought it could be the Atlanta Falcons. It wasn't. And this year, one of my two partners here, Chris Canty, is looking at another team, a surprise team, to maybe win that division. Here's what CeCe had to say.
Big time boom team, the Carolina Panthers.
Ooh.
Big time boom team. I love what the Carolina Panthers are trying to do around Bryce Young. Big time boom team. Wouldn't be surprised if the Carolina Panthers contend for the NFC South title. We're talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning that division 4 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you have Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes as your quarterback, you don't win your division 4 years in a row, 5 years in a row. So, yeah, if you're asking me to put money on it today, the Carolina Panthers will win the NFC South.
Okay, obviously we have to dissect this. Bryce Young, after having a discombobulated start to his career, I guess we could say.
Great word.
Very inconsistent, getting benched, then coming back. Dave Canales obviously did a wonderful job. We saw Bryce Young really coming on a little bit more in the back half of the season. They have Xavier Legette. I love the pick of Ted McMillan.
Me too.
But Freddie, is it enough for them to compete for that division?
No, they'll be better than 5-12. I could see them maybe being a 7-win team, but they're not on the same level as the Atlanta Falcons, who will finish second in that division, or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are going to win that division again. But I like the fact that they were able to give Bryce Young a chance again, because it's going to be very easy to just cut ties with him at the beginning of the second year of his NFL career. But once he got back in there, it seemed to be a calming effect for him and that football team. And you're right. You got Ted McMillan on the outside, Xavier Legette. That could be a nice combination. That wide receiver, if the offensive line that kept getting better and better and better last year can keep doing that, then you got a little something. Chuba Hubbard is a really good running back for this team. And now they also have Rico Dowdle, the former Dallas Cowboys. So you got two of those backs in the backfield that can help out Bryce Young. I think that's a stretch to say that they can win the division. If that's gonna happen, then the division has to come back to them. I don't think Carolina's going to rise up enough to win the NFC
Especially
South.
over the Bucks.
Even over the Atlanta Falcons. I think the Falcons win 9-10 games this year.
I mean, I think when you put even the Falcons or the Bucks in those equations, like, they have more of a track record to show us that they have the depth and the proven win record. Look, the Panthers got a jolt at the end of the season, but the start and the middle, you were like, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to see what's happening here. And I think Bryce Young, like we said, he got another chance. There was a calming aspect there, but there's not enough yet for us to have that confidence for them to be in that position. We haven't seen it. We haven't seen that depth. We haven't seen those pieces come together to be able to say, yes, that's the dude, that's the team, when you're talking about a Falcons team and a Buccaneers team that has already proven themselves.
Well, the Carolina Panthers, their chances to win the NFC South, is that a good bet? We're going to ask somebody who knows next. But first, Freddie has this from Vivid Seats.
And Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. So visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
The NFL on ESPN Radio.
My biggest wild card team heading into 2025 is the Denver Broncos.
Camp to camp, team to team. 28 days until opening night. The countdown continues on ESPN Radio.
We're making crust count with Papa John's new garlic 5-cheese crust. Topped with garlic sauce and 5 cheeses. Garlic bread walks so our crust could run. New garlic 5-cheese crust pizza for $11.99. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
Is that the scent of hope? Justice?
Citrus.
Super.
Every year, the only goal that you have is winning the Super Bowl. If we don't win it, it's a failure.
All this pressure builds up.
No one's ever got 3. When you're winning, people look at you and they're like, you're the villain. Cut the camera quick.
It's an emotional game.
Win or lose, this team will never be the same.
How about those? Sonic just made snack time official with $1 Snacky Hour. $1 corn dogs, $1 mozzarella sticks, and $1 soft pretzel twist every day from 2 to 5 p.m. Sonic Snacky Hour. Live free, eat Sonic.
You've worked for a comfortable retirement for years. Now you need to plan for retirement income. Learn ways to avoid common mistakes, like being too conservative or not setting retirement goals.
Get Fisher Investments Comfortable Retirement Kit, the help you need to make your retirement a success. Call 1-800-650-0366.
Have someone on your side to keep you on track.
If your portfolio is $1 million or more, call now for your Comfortable Retirement Kit. 1-800-650-0366.
Here at Drive Time, we approve 99% of people who apply. I got approved! With no credit hit.
Yes. Show her thousands of amazing car options under 15 grand.
Okay, Drive Time. This is a commercial. Go get your real deal at drivetime.com.
The only apparel with adjustable medical grade support, engineered with high strength cables that reinforce the body, designed to help you overcome injuries, minimize pain, and regain the confidence to get back out there.
HomeServe sends a qualified contractor to fix it and pays for the covered repairs.
With HomeServe, the American dream of owning a home doesn't need to be a nightmare.
Plans from HomeServe start at just $4. Joe Fortenbaugh.
You guys winning that quarter hour, huge job, well done all the way up. Proud of you guys.
Just making things happen.
Right there, let's drill down on that.
On Unsportsman.
Our frenemy Joe Fortenbaugh does join us here on Unsportsmanlike, and his appearance is brought to you by ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800.